Good morning, social media followers. This is Amina from Salon K. I drove an hour and a half this morning to come to Huntsville to get my education on sexy hair, which is the most phenomenal education where I learned structure and motion haircut that my New York followers will understand that it gives you the best freaking haircuts ever. Kendra's going to be there, Draco and Pravana as well. So wish me luck.
Okay. Down the middle. But let's say my client had a part over here. I would just make this veil wider. I wouldn't necessarily turn over because then it's going to make everything else. So I would just make this veil a lot deeper. All right. But just to easily, if I was doing this for the first time, because it's not fun until you get the hang of it, I'm going to separate it in 4 parts. So I'm going to go from forehead to crown. Forehead to crown, and then we're going to go from crown to nape. Straight down, why am I going over there? Straight down the middle. That veil. For fun, we're gonna say it's down the middle. I do want a little bit of that cover. I don't know where the mannequin is, but I personally, this is all preference, and that's one thing about all these looks I'll say. About right there, okay? And again, depending on how much you want that veil to fall over, but we're gonna go about right. Pin this out of the way. Same on this side. I'm going to start where that veil went over and go all the way through. Wow. I never get it this good on the first try.
Till now.
Till right now. It was actually perfect. All right, going on. There's that, so we're going to go ahead and come on over. And I'm not a mess, I am a messy hairstylist. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to be really neat for you guys. But I'm gonna try not to get it on stage. I feel like someone's gonna be mad about that. And we'll go right. Perfect. Okay. All right, now that I have this veil nice enough, I'm gonna pin it out of the way. By the end of this, if I wanted to, I could balayage in some pieces through here. It doesn't have to be a full veil. I personally like it because again, it does give it that that blocked moment that's coming back. And another thing about this collection is that you can get all these done within, 20 to 30 minutes. This one's actually really, probably the quickest. But I love that, it's relatable. I did mix this up about 15 minutes beforehand. It usually is a really bright pink. Our 4RRs, our RRs are very pigmented, so your client does freak out. It's not gonna be pink. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit. It's such a fun color. All right, and then we're just gonna kind of root smudge it in. I'm gonna just turn it half here and just kind of get it all into that 3-inch in. You definitely don't want to go any lighter than, with mine I did, like I said, I did do a 5, but that was because it was on a mannequin. It's what I had during that class. But let's think about that. If we did a 6N and we were using a 4RR, that blend is not going to be pretty right there, right? So we definitely want to keep that in mind. If they want to go with a lighter foundation, I definitely would go with a lighter red. But again, you don't have to go with red. Have fun. Okay. Next. Ooh. We are going to weave out for that blue powder liner. I'm just gonna grab a section and weave out that. Again, staying in our diagonal back. And we definitely want to be able to see through it, okay? Pin that out of the way, make sure I can see through it. Let's go a little bit more. Perfect. And now we're gonna hit that blue powder liner. Wrap it like spaghetti at the end, making sure, you've heard all day, saturation is key, and this is no different. And then once I get to the top, I'm gonna turn my brush over and just kind of feather into that color. I know the difference. Okay. And then we do this for the next 3 quadrants. It's pretty simple. Once you get the hang of it, I think, honestly, the longest part at first is getting those partings down. It's a real pain. It is. It's a real pain. But once you get it down, I mean, again, imagining sectioning your client off like this, they're not going to know what to think. It's so completely different than what I think that you're used to, and clients love that. Go back in with our 4RR, pushing it all the